So today we're going to be mining asteroids that will hopefully get us enough money to return back to Earth. We just need to find an asteroid to go to first, and this one seems pretty good. So we just get in our ship and hyper jump straight to it. Going super fast, even though the top just blew off of this thing. Must be a convertible spaceship. And while we're doing that, we might as well see what objectives we have in contracts, earning credits, carbonite asteroids, and silicate asteroids. Should be easy enough. Although I have no idea what kind of asteroid this is, we can start the expedition. So this little drop pod will fly straight over to the asteroid, wherever it is, which it seems like it's over here, but I guess there's something over there too. Let's go to this big one first. We have 30 minutes roughly before the asteroid leaves our mining claim, and there's also a whole bunch of tiny meteors that are here in the way. So let's just get around those really quick, and sure enough, here it is. So let's just land the shuttle like we do and then get to work. But not us doing the work, no, we have a bot to do that for us. So he runs out there, finds something worth collecting, which I guess would help if we scanned a little bit. And there is something right in here, so let's equip the little grabber tool, and then yank whatever's in here out of there. It's a giant rock. Wow. We'll just bring that right to the ship ourselves, and then keep on looking for some more. So let's just get all these out of here, and if we actually scan everything that's here, then a little rover bot will come and pick some of these things up for us. So he can get going on that, and then we can uncover more bits. Get all of you out of there. Might as well bring this one over here. This is a very fancy rock. We discovered a new resource, gypsum. Neat. And we also found some nickel. Amazing. Hopefully everything here will get us a lot of credits. Oh, and as we're yanking this one, some of the terrain is being destroyed. That might uncover some more resources, so that'll be good for us. I guess this is also something too, so probably, oh, never mind, it was nothing. Just tiny little bits that we can hold. But we're here for the big chunks. Now our little rover might be done with all the ones over here, almost. So let's run over here and then scan as steep into the rock as we can, which I guess there is something right here. Maybe it'll uncover some more. Oh, come on. Did we run out of power? We ran out of power. So our guy's moving super slow. But thankfully our little rover keeps working, and we just have to return back to the station to recharge. And our little rover just got done, but we do see some more tiny deposits there. Might as well get these little bits out of here that we can. And now let's try yanking this out of the rock again. Oh, uncovering a large area. Hopefully there's more goods. There is a few more goods. So our little Roomba can come out of here again. Love the little guy. And we do see some more down there, but that might be a trick to reach it. Why don't we recharge before we go down there? Which thankfully also offloads our inventory. And when I say trick, I mean it's just a little jump down there while we scream parkour. I have no idea if our little rover can reach down here, but maybe it can. Oh, we found some carbon. And I think there is some more bits in here. Okay, not too much. And it's also small fragments, which I guess is about as much as we can ask for down here. Thankfully, our robot's got hops. Maybe there's something in this large pile of dirt? I guess not. Back up here. But we do see some more big chunks down here, so let's hop down this way. Parkour. And I can see a tiny little bit poking out of the rock there. So let's just give this a good old scan of the whole area. Ooh, there's a lot down here. Although it might take a trick to uncover it. We might need a different type of robot to help us with this. But let's bring the gypsum up that we can. At least up to this level while we still have battery charge. And if we scan it, then our little rover can collect it. So even if we can't make it, then at least the little drone can. Would rather not lose the robot that we have. I imagine those legs are pretty expensive. But I think we can call this good for right now. It seems like we have all the big chunks that we can get, so as soon as our little Roomba comes back, we can get out of here. And then once we're done with this asteroid, we still have quite a bit of cargo space. So let's take off from here and then maybe find that tiny little bit that was over there before. Oh, what is this? Is this where our ship is? It might be where our ship is. So we just have to navigate the asteroid field again. All of you rocks are worthless. Get out of my way. Including that big one. But there was a tiny little bit just past here, wasn't there? Or maybe there wasn't. Well, either way, we can dock our shuttle again. And we have hauled quite a lot of resources here. 1,000 kilograms of gypsum. Someone translate that to real numbers for me. But we're not too far away from other asteroids. And this one that we just went to is carbonite, which is good for that one contract. And these ones are all unknown. We still have quite a bit of fuel. Oh, we only have enough for really one more jump. So why don't we hyper jump to Cube Core and offload all this stuff? Which thankfully, that was all the fuel that we had. Oh boy, that would not have been good. But now let's enter the station, where now we can offload the resources that we collected. Selling all of that gypsum nets us 200 cube credits, and we really don't have use for any of these other things. So we can get 272 credits in total, which is immediately translated to Earth dollars for $500. Not bad. Resource market value on Earth, 1 million. That seems kind of low, but we'll take it. And we can also turn in the contract here for 100 more credits, which increases our corporate level. And another one, the corporate level goes up even more. So we get a slightly bigger revenue share. And here's where we can pick up some equipment. A command bot we already have, but I think a mining turret would be good because it can help us clear rubble. So we'll get one of you to join the team. Now, is there anything that we can get for the command bot? Mining laser level up. I like this idea. And here's where we can upgrade our shuttle. So if we had more carbon that we just got rid of, don't worry about it, and biomass, we'd be able to upgrade the fuel capacity. That would let us get around easier. But before we set out again, let's make sure we refuel. Now, thankfully, our moving distance, our navigation range, is further than our scanning range, and we were going to go to this one next, so we can make that jump. And we still have 17 minutes, so we should be able to get pretty much everything on this thing. And do we have new contracts? Oh, we had a contract for mining turret. Even better. Hopefully this next asteroid is a silicon one so we can complete this contract and make sure we equip the mining laser this time. Okay, so I guess that thing right there is just pointing to the shuttle. So over here is going to be the asteroid that we want to get to. That's one less thing I have to worry about. And thankfully that was a much more straightforward path, but we already see a lot of rubble here. So let's land this guy this way so the Roombas have a little bit of an easier time getting back to the shuttle. So we just get to work and we'll make sure we hang on to the carbon this time. Come on, get out of there. And then now that we can stand on this stuff better, we can scan and see what's lying underneath, which doesn't seem like there's anything there. Oh, we found iron. Something else that we need for upgrades. Ooh, we see some more nickel over here. Let's just yank you out of the rock easily enough. Come on. And I don't think the Roombas can make it up there, so let's just make you a bit more accessible. And then might as well make sure we scan all these rocks that are way up here in case the mining drone can do something about it. But it doesn't seem like there's anything too crazy. These are all just tiny stuff. I'm more so worried about the big resources. Now, part of the fuel upgrade that we needed was biomass as well. So hopefully our new mining laser that our walking drone has here, the one with legs, hopefully he's able to harvest them with this. I also didn't even realize what kind of asteroid we were on, but hopefully it's the correct one. If it isn't, no worries, we still are getting plenty of wealth here. Ooh, and raw iron. Okay, all of you are down here. Queue all those up for the drone. Oh, and there is something right in there. Okay, mining turret, let's pull you out of storage and put you right over here, I think. So you can get rid of all of that stuff. Or you just target down there, sure. Have fun. Ow! Do not walk in front of the laser. Oh, and there's all those resources over there. I almost forgot about those. We still have 10 minutes. Hopefully we don't get evicted from this if we go over the limit. Ooh, but there's also resources over here. We can free up these at least because they're right next to home base. And by home base, I mean the little shuttle that we have. Make sure those don't get left behind. And then maybe there's something else in here? Doesn't look like it, but we'll just do a quick recharge. And then, okay, maybe you're not doing the thing that you're supposed to. You're supposed to be going through there. You know what? I have a laser for exactly this purpose. We just have to watch the heat. And thankfully, it doesn't build up heat super fast. But also, if we don't get the rocks, it seems like it just doesn't work. But thankfully, come on. Okay, we got those kind of. I think that was everything that's under there. Good enough. It doesn't seem like this is anything big. Plus, we can also pull it from here. So let's see about using our laser on some of these little plant things here. Can we get you? Hey, we do! Biomass! Very good. Come on, laser, hit the thing, thank you. Is there a bigger plant than this? I hope there's a bigger plant than this, because this is not a lot of biomass. Okay, at the very least, let's get these things before we forget about it. Is there a way for the Roomba to get over here? I don't think so. Seems a little rough. But this is also a lot of chunks to try and pull out of here. And our robot here definitely needs a battery upgrade, my goodness. Thankfully though, we're still doing really good on time. And I guess our mining little drone guy is uncovering a lot of resources, so this is good for us. Thank you, little buddy. Okay, it looks like he's actually out of range, so let's oh wait, he just moved. Okay, you know what, that's fine. Maybe we can have you set up kind of over here to make a better path. And also be a bit more accessible when we have to pack up and get out of here. Yeah, man, over this way. This seems like a much easier path to take. Woo! Launch it. Okay, that didn't launch very good. And honestly, we might as well just bring him straight back to the shuttle at this point, since our Roomba can't really get over here anyway. Although I guess it could get over here. That might be a little easier. It would also be easier if our little mining turret actually targeted where we want it to go. I just hope there isn't any more big chunks under that rock, or else we might not have time to get to it. But whoa! Floating around the edge of the map here. It feels like cheating doing that a little bit, but we are still able to. Now let's get our Roomba working. Oh, our inventory is full. Well then, let's unload that really quick. We're doing pretty good on battery, actually. Oh, and I guess we can tell the Roomba to pick up this storage. Makes it easier for me. We just pick up everything and then let our little helpers take care of the rest. And it seems like the Roomba is almost able to get over here if we just clear out a few of these rocks. So we can help our little mining turret out there, make it a bit more accessible. Now we'll just do a quick scan here. Okay, looks like this is the last thing that is collectible over here in the big sizes. And you know what? I'm okay with that. And hopefully our Roomba can get over here. It looks like it can. Okay, there's our 5-minute warning. Thank you, 5 minutes. Oh no, and our drone, or our robot ran out of power. Oh, crawl back to the ship. Oh, we ejected our inventory. I guess that helps. And can our guy actually reach it? Oh, he can't. Okay, let's just pick you up, get back to the shuttle, limping our way back to the shuttle, or I guess we can bunny hop there. That works too. And we can stow the mining turret. Oh, hurry up. We probably don't want to be here when the claim runs out. We just need a little bit of battery to go back and collect those resources. Okay, 70%, good enough. And it's literally just like a few chunks of terrain away from getting there. Okay, a Roomba can do that. A Roomba feels like it's gonna be faster than me, although I don't know why I couldn't do that myself because I'm going back to the ship anyway. Call it laziness. Either way, we are pretty much done here. Plus our little Roomba could use the exercise. So let's skedaddle out of here. Back to the ship. Another successful operation with a lot of nickel and a bit of iron. I don't think this is enough for the upgrade, but it's halfway there. Living on a prayer. Now let's go back and make some money. And maybe before we sell everything, let's see what's needed for upgrades. So it looks like pretty much everything has a use in some way or another. Ooh, navigation upgrade with rutile. Don't even know what that is. Well, let's deposit the biomass that we do have, the very little bit of it. And then the iron that we collected can be used to make a forge on the shuttle. I like that idea. Oh, we almost have enough too. But also what's over here? Oh, access denied. Am I not part of the cool kids club? Am I not turtle enough for the turtle club? But everything else can be sold. 1,500 units for more dollars. And that's a way bigger sale than last time. I love it. Now, is there better equipment that we can get for our drone here? Our command bot? We could level up the gravity tether. Oh, which lets us sling it, but we don't have enough for that. Battery pack, a jet booster, battery pack. Absolutely a battery pack. And I guess it's a bit too expensive to refill, but we can still go negative. We'll make that back in no time, don't worry about it. Ooh, and we still have 20 minutes in some of these other places. Although I also don't like the sound of that pirate activity that shows up. But we can still get here and collect some things, even though we have no idea what kind of place this is. I also forgot to check contracts. Okay, still no silicate asteroids, but one of them is the shuttle forge and the fuel upgrade. And it seems like the last place that we went to was a metallic asteroid, whereas one was carbonate. So what is this place like? We might need to venture a little bit further out if we want to find the silicate ones, but oh, okay, that's a lot of rocks. Is this carbonate? At least there's plenty more plants here, so we should be able to get a good chunk of biomass. Hopefully a lot of it. We should also probably scan some of these rocks because there's a lot of rocks. And the scans are showing up empty. I don't like the sound of this, but at least there's a little bit of thing here for our Roomba to get use. But we're also already here, so might as well just do it ourselves. Now we can get a lot of biomass from the plant here. Come on, get it, yes! Oh, they're giant chunks of biomass. Hey, that's something that our little guy can do. As soon as the little chunks get down there. Who needs a slinger upgrade? We're doing so good here. And then scan those. Get to work, little buddy. Also, is that gypsum? I think that's gypsum. It is. Oh, and I guess there is a ramp over there for a little guy to use. But we have collected a nice amount of biomass, with plenty more on the way. And can our little Roomba move up the ramp over here? It looks like he can. Excellent. I suppose we should have grabbed the mining laser, but we can do that when we have to eventually go back and recharge. And I don't really know if the gypsum was needed for an upgrade, but I know it also makes decent money. But it also looks like some of it got fallen behind the plants here, so more biomass for us. Now's a good time as any to go back and recharge, pick up one of the mining turrets, and then find even more resources hidden in the dirt. And I think a good spot for that, well, we still got 15 minutes. Let's place them right in here, so we can have a field day. So many rocks for him to chew up and destroy and everything. Meanwhile, we find the big exposed resources that are over here. I suppose if we eventually dug out all of this, our Roomba could make it over here, but it doesn't really seem like there's anything worth bringing him over here for. We also see some gypsum on the top of the world, so that can be just slung right down there. Actually, we might as well scan it while we're up here, so our little guy can be aware to collect it once it's in range. So all of you are being drugged down into the pit. If all your friends jumped off a cliff, would you too? Doesn't matter, because I'm making them jump off the cliff anyway. Okay, I believe we needed 500 biomass as well for that one upgrade, so thankfully there's still sizable plants over here, and the biomass can fit right in our pockets. I don't even know if this guy has pockets. I also totally forgot about those things down there. We'll have to come back for them, and we definitely will. And thankfully our little rover, Roomba, using both terms today, is very good at picking up the things that we leave behind. But thankfully you're doing a really good job down here. Look at all this stuff. We're already making boxes full of it. Wow. I knew our little guy was gonna be happy down here. And I'm really glad it seems like he has infinite battery. We still got 10 minutes. Maybe that's enough time to drill a tunnel through all of this to let our Roomba get to the resources on the other side. That might be a worthy endeavor. And the battery life. Even though we got an upgrade, it still goes down pretty quick. Oh, there's the overheat. Okay, I guess it's not too damaging. Maybe it damaged the frame a little bit. Or that was just the lasers that we took to the face on the last one. But we are making pretty good progress through here. I just worry about these individual little rocks on the ground that might block the path. And also just these giant ones that take multiple pieces to break. Hey, we've been at this well enough that we've dropped a box here, which it looks like our little guy can't get to. Now we can decide or figure out what's causing that. It might be all the plants here actually that are blocking him. So get the greenery out of here. Hey, and that was it. So now we can get through here. Excellent, that's a great indicator. Just need all of these to go away. And thankfully our mining turret is helping too now. Oh, and it looks like our little guy can get to that one now. And that didn't take too long, so now we can just box all of this up and let our Roomba get to work. It might be worth it to upgrade so we can get another one of these as well. Now, can we get through here so we can access those ones over there? I'm not sure he's gonna have enough time for that, but we can find out. And it looks like our mining turret might be running out of things to do. He wants to, he really wants to, but he's like, nah. But thankfully our Roomba doesn't take up too much space, so we don't have to get rid of too many of these rocks. And those are lit up now, so we can get over here. Yes, we did it. Now let's just pick you up and then maybe put you somewhere else, just so I don't have to walk very far. But look at all the resources we have too. And it seems like our little Roomba might prioritize the giant raw chunks of resources over the storage crates, which I don't blame it. You never know what's in there. But now we have 5 minutes to pick up all the tiny little bits that we can, and maybe help out our Roomba towards the end. And by the end, I mean right now. This is the end. Okay, so for the upgrades that we want, we have enough iron, biomass. A little more biomass couldn't hurt. And I think nickel was something else needed for one of them. Oh, but it also looks like we are currently out of cargo space. Maybe we tell you to stop and then find out what we can get away with here. So we are, I guess, overweight by 330. So we'll need to jettison some of it. And we also need carbon for one of them. The biomass has the lowest market rate, but we also need it. So I guess we'll get rid of the, oh, we also need carbon and iron. Okay, you know what? Nickel. We'll get rid of the nickel. There we go. It's a shame we won't have enough time to come back for it. Although we might, if we get back to the ship quick enough, unload, and then, whoops. We took some hull damage there. Oh, that nuked our credits. Our social score is going down. Oh, stop. Oh gosh. Moving a ship with tank controls is a little interesting, but as I said, we get over here. I said we get over here. Come on, line up with the ship. Thank you, dump resources. Okay, so that's half of our freighter storage. Now we should have enough time to go back, fill up on the things that we jettisoned, and then return. While not hitting anything else. You know what, rotating the camera might help here. I'm on a time crunch, the brain isn't working at 100%. So all we gotta do is land again. Can our rover pick those things up? We might have to scan those. Or you know what? We'll just do it ourselves. Okay, so we have those and then we can get out of here. Super fast. We only have a minute now. We do not want to be caught overstaying our welcome. All right, land, yep, cool summary. We gotta get out of here. So time to unload. Also, I don't know how much of a hot take this is, but ships traveling through hyperspace is like one of the coolest sequences you could ever add to something. It never gets old, really. Did that complete any contracts? Nope, but we can get a decent amount of credits by coming over here, dumping the resources to build a forge, which thankfully we just need enough of it. And there we have the forge, I think. Insufficient cube credits, oh great. Well, at least we can dump things into here. We have enough carbon or not enough carbon, enough biomass and half the carbon. Not really sure what else, but we need the credits really bad. So nickel and gypsum, get out of here. And the rest of the iron, sure, which only gives 4 cube credits. That is tragic. We might as well just hold on to that iron for what we need. And the biomass too, because those are both literally undesirable. And we have 278 credits to spend, which is not enough for an upgrade, but at least we're above positive and we can fill up our ship again. So I guess now we'll just work for a bit to build up the credits that we need. Oh, and it looks like everything has left our claim area except for this one. I think that's a little bit out of navigation range. We can just take a nap and then now refresh all of the claims that we get. And our little guy gets a blanket. It's adorable. So now we have new claims that we can access. And I feel like the good stuff is gonna be the furthest out. And thankfully, this one has 40 minutes on the claim. So we could really milk this puppy dry. I don't even know what that saying means. We are not milking puppies. And we have to be careful because we do have a little bit of storage left over just because of the resources we're holding on to. But I think we'll be okay. Oh, this one's actually pretty small, but there is a lot of biomass here that we don't need anymore because we have enough of it. Oh well, at least there's plenty for our Roomba to do right away. Might as well add biomass to that pile. Although all these tiny plants might give it a hard time to reach it. Well, maybe not. Our Roomba's really gonna put on miles today. Wish we could have more than one. But that's also a good thing about having 40 minutes to something. And right over here is a good chunk that our little mining turret can get away with. Have fun, little buddy. And I think we should focus on the gypsum and the nickel because those have a slightly higher demand. Oh, don't get stuck in the rocks there. Come here, you. I don't believe it. This thing got entirely stuck. How did you manage that? Oh, fine, I'll dig you out of there. Be annoying like that, I guess. And you get out of that rock. We ran out of power. At least our guy can jump. Just another little thing to keep us from using a laser all day. Ooh, but there is some resources in here. Might as well uncover those quick. Finally, the scan does something useful. And you are gonna uncover so much more when we rip you out of there. Like another big gypsum node. Beautiful. I don't even know how heavy this stuff is, but hopefully we can carry it all. And there's a box that gets added to the pile too, that's amazing. But we do have to watch the cargo space. Thankfully, because of the 34 minutes that we have, we should be able to make multiple trips. And then we can just add all of these to the pile right down there. Or we ran out of power again. I didn't even realize. But at least our mining turret is doing super good. He's cleared out almost that whole pile. It is kind of hilarious that some of these things are showing up as unreachable when it's literally there's resources in front of it that are preventing that. Leaves a little Roomba to figure out, how do I get to this? Well, you just keep working at it. I feel like a lot of people could use that advice. But man, this really makes me wish the Roomba had like jets or something on there that could help it. Or legs. The Roomba should just be like me. Oh, what, you don't have legs? Skill issue. But let's also just make a whole bunch of boxes here and then move the mining turret to somewhere more useful. Which honestly, I wonder if our main freighter ship can even hold all of this. We have 1,000 cargo space left on our tiny lander ship. We have a little under 1,000 cargo space left on our tiny lander here, and the freighter can hold 5,000. So hopefully we can get it all. If not, I'm sure we could fill up and then come back here. And I think I can already tell that we're gonna need to come back here at least once or twice. And there goes pretty much the rest of our storage. So let's tell our Roomba to maybe stop doing its thing, which I guess involves canceling the pickups for these things. Roomba, stop. You're doing too good. Well, where are you going now? Okay, I guess he stopped finally. And you need to cut it out as well. We'll see just how much we can hold here, which is enough to dump out another box that we have to leave behind, unfortunately. But hopefully we can empty our pockets. Oh, just barely. No, 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 no. No, I see you. Stop it. Ghost. Literally picking him up and putting him in air prison. Okay, now we can go and dump this cargo. For being such a small asteroid, it's surprisingly good for resources. So all these resources get dumped and we have about half of our storage space left. A little less than that. So we can bring the cargo space here number down to like 400, maybe 370. And that should be entirely full, as much as we can get it. Okay, now our little Roomba can go and fulfill his duty by picking all this up. Although I'm really worried how many resources we're actually gonna be able to get, since we're basically picking over table scraps right now. But I think our little turret here can go in an even better spot. And I almost forgot about this little chunk back here with some resources waiting. Might as well scan the rocks, see if there's anything underneath there, and sure enough there is. Doesn't seem like anything that can be pulled though. Seems to be more rocks with tiny little chunks in them. Well, at least we can still get those. And destroy all the rocks around it. And then we give our little Roomba, ow, a little more to do as we're going back there. Stupid little mining drill. Oh, it seems like our rover actually can't reach those crates now. Probably because the drill's in the way. Well, he's gonna open that up on his own. He caused this problem, now he's gonna fix it. I am not to blame for this. I'm the one in charge, I get to decide who's to blame. There, now that rock being destroyed should clear the way, and sure enough it does. And I think we're just needing a few more pieces here to create another crate. And man, our mining drill is so effective. Cleared out all these rocks super fast. Now, work up here. And even all these tiny little rocks over here are very easy to collect. Oh, until we run out of power. What timing. And I guess our little Roomba isn't picking up this nickel for whatever reason. Okay, let's try this again. I'm hoping all this only makes one box. And we are still doing really well on inventory space too. And sure enough, it did. Unless there's something else hidden under here that I didn't know about. But it doesn't look like there is. I do see a little bit poking out here though. Take out all the rocks with you. Oh, come on. Ran out of power right there. Why is it about to burst? Maybe our mining turret will take care of it. Instead, we just have to do the over-encumbered walk, but it's because we're dead tired. And now we can get out of there. Which I guess there was a little bit more to uncover here. And we're starting to get below 1,000 here, so we should definitely keep an eye on the space. But there's 3 crates here available. So that's awesome. I also love that we can tag the mining turret for storage, so our little Roomba could bring that back if we wanted it to. But now we kind of do have to watch the number to get as close to 5,000 as we can without going over. Since I don't think we're allowed to use the lander as extra storage. Maybe we are. I'm really tempted to just go back now because we have a nice amount of cargo space left. But since our little guy finished up here, I think we can call that good. At least as far as he's concerned. Let's try to get one more box of resources. Ooh, and the exposed rocks here they didn't know were here. Should make that easier. So this should be the last of the big chunks of resources without having to go through all the rocks to get there. So I'd say we picked apart this asteroid pretty clean. Our little Roomba can get that while we put this turret away. And then that's gonna leave us with 500 to spare. I'm okay with that. And we got a lot of carbon out of that. And iron. Once we make that forge, we should be able to use the iron for other things. Yeah, 1,300 kilograms of gypsum. That's gonna be really good money. Yeah, look at that. We only have like 100 or so units of storage left. So the rest of the carbon can go in here. Oops. The rest of the carbon can go in here. Now we just need cube credits for that, and 450 credits for this. But I guess our shuttle could also use some equipment. Oh, that takes Galena, which is another raw resource, and a lot of it. Well, we can secure a lot of credits off of this sale here. So we just sell all of it? I think we sell all of it. That still only nets us 429 credits though. It's all worth it. 7,000 Earth dollars. Ooh, that... Okay, didn't complete a contract, but we're about to, because we're unlocking the forge. Yes! So it produces molten iron that can be used for construction of infrastructure on an asteroid surface. That should expand our mining operation a little bit. And that completes a contract for 400 more credits. So, because of that, we should be able to unlock the fuel capacity. Oh, never mind, that was 750 credits. I don't know what I was reading 400 before for that. We're so close though. Interestingly, the next contract we have involves reaching 300 kkm, which I have no idea what that means. And we can spend 1 credit to repair our command bot. Sure. Okay, I can literally see asteroids down there, but we can't get there because of the claim boundary. Oh, that is annoying. So we literally only have access to this one. It better be good. We do have 35 minutes for it. Also, I don't care how accurate to science it is. That low rumble of the thrusters in space. Oh, it's such a good sound. Pretty much any muffled sound in space just is so good. Cool factor overrides accuracy every time. Oh, Okay, so forge. And that allows us to construct cranes. Very cool. So the worker bots can reach new heights. Awesome. And then that should allow it to pick up storage up there and bring it back too, right? I sure hope so. Okay, so here's the forge, which it should be able to just do on its own, right? So let's see, let's find some resources up here that thankfully there is some up here. Wow, we can make a lot of biomass up here too. But we construct, infrastructure, crane, and then it goes on the side of the cliff here. And then we tell it to drop the thing here. Oh, wait, I think I might have done that backwards. So you start here, and then you bring it up here. So I guess we would need a second crane to bring the little guy back down. So you start here, and then you end up down here. That should be easy enough. And it's building. Yes, I love it. So we give our little guy some work to do. Scan it all. And yes, he can reach it now. Get on over here, little buddy. Get picked up by the thing. Oh, that's amazing. I love it so much. And I'm glad we have 30 minutes so we can really enjoy this process. Oops, sorry, little buddy. So you go ahead and get back into position over there, and yeah, it just picks up the whole thing. I love it. Our little Roomba literally gets uppies. Oh, I guess they go both ways. Well, that's helpful. I guess that means can we get rid of this one? I don't know if we can get rid of a crane now that it's here. Can we laser it to death? We could. Do we get the molten metal back for that? I guess they both just kind of work, so maybe we should leave this alone. I am so sorry. I didn't mean anything by it. All right, we'll just let them cook and give the Roomba a whole lot of work to do. I really need more than one of these, but I feel like we need a ship upgrade to support 2 of them. This is also a lot of biomass, which is arguably like the worst thing for us to get credits, but there is so much of it. And we did use a lot of molten iron to get up here. So let's hope our mining turret can expose a lot of iron, and then, whoop, easy there, buddy. And then let us make some more, which I don't know if we can actually sell molten iron, but thankfully the forge does just take from our inventory, so you don't have to worry about it too much. I almost feel bad for a little Roomba. There's so many resources here to collect, so we are gonna need to help him out quite a bit. At least he gets to enjoy a ride on the cranes. But I also don't think the biomass weighs very much, so we can collect a lot of it and still have decent amount of cargo space. And what are these little bits here? I know it's like a small resource, but is it okay, it's carbon. That helps, we need more of that. It also seems like biomass is like a primary resource of this asteroid. Look at how many giant plants there are. But I wonder if there's any other high ground places that our Roomba could get to if we built a thing. Oh, there's things up there. That might be too tall for even us though. But this is all there is, so we might as well just throw all this down ourselves. Whoa, I was really worried that would bonk our little guy on the head. Now, is there anything in this mass of rocks? Nope, surprisingly not. So here's an idea. We could tell our Roomba to come through this way by drilling it out, or we make some cranes that can make their way up here. I feel like it might be easier to get away with 2 cranes that just go down a couple of steps. First things first, we can expose everything using all the battery power we have, goodness. And our robot's not even halfway done up here, wow. But here, molten iron in our pockets. Hopefully we don't need the iron. I suppose there might be a maximum in our little forge. Get the crane going here so it can start up here, go down here. And now our little Roomba can reach these things. And then same thing over here to reach the nickel that's right down here. This is working so good. But I also think it is gonna be a while before our guy actually gets there. So I guess this is our time to step up and help with things, and also give the mining turret a bit more to do. This honestly might be a giant waste. We might have to jettison some things that we don't care about. So why don't we jettison, let's see, wow, we have a lot of biomass. So I think the biomass can be the first thing on the chopping block. And I guess we could unmark all that stuff so we get the more expensive things first. So let's just go around and untag all of this biomass here, calmly regretting our decisions. And I think what we can do is gather up the rest of everything else that's here, and then depending on how much we're over, we can jettison that much biomass. We might be able to come back and bring it all with us, but I do want to put priority on the money-making things. This poor little mining turret has nothing to do. So have a big ol' rock pile for you. And honestly, I want our Roomba to use the crane, so we're gonna bring these back before he does. Actually, let's just untag these. These don't exist to you, they are for me to drag back to the ship. So there he goes, yes, beautiful. Okay, there we go, we're out of space now. And it is amazing how long it takes to get everything. We've already used half of the time we have available here. So we are really gonna be over limit. But as long as we're within that threshold of like 877 for the biomass, then we can feasibly jettison all that we need to. Although it is starting to get concerningly close. Okay, you know what? Let's just bring these up to this level so our Roomba doesn't have to travel nearly as far. He's pushing the limits as it is. I'm also a little surprised our mining turret hasn't gone for these rocks that are like straight above it. Or maybe it can't look up that high. Okay, we're nearing the limit. We might have to jettison something else. Or just come back. Yeah, let's get to the point where we just jettison the biomass and then we can come back, which I think is gonna be this next one. Even that one might push the limits a little bit because these rocks are over, or like almost 50 a piece at minimum. So tragically, now we are 900 over. So that's all of the biomass, and then just a little bit of something else. Just 26 kilos worth. All right, let's jettison the iron. Actually, that is a pretty good market value. Let's jettison the carbon a little bit. Just enough. Don't worry, fellas, we'll be back. Oh, we kind of left the mining turret there. You know what? He can chill. He's a good little guy. He can work. I love that all the boxes also just get dumped into space and then vacuumed up into the freighter. Hello, little mining turret. Did you miss me? I hope you missed me. I would feel very sad otherwise. But now all of this stuff can be collected by our little bot. And it seems like our forge doesn't collect or really process molten iron until we need more. So as long as we don't collect any, we can still keep the iron to sell. Since it doesn't seem like molten iron is actually usable or sellable. And my goodness, the amount of tiny rocks that are left here by our mining turret. So good. Not really sure how much more we can take, but we'll get as much as we can. The biomass will be the last thing that we worry ourselves with. I say as we collect all the biomass that we jettisoned earlier. Don't worry about it. And now the last nickel rock gets collected over here. Come on, little Roomba, bring that nickel back. So now the question is, do we mine out all of these rocks here for the other goodies, or do we try to collect all that biomass? I feel like we're not gonna be able to collect all that biomass. So here, let's jettison the biomass that we do have and then focus on collecting all the minerals that we can find. We can worry about collecting biomass when we actually need to use it for something. And we also only have 7.5 minutes now. So it's gonna be really important to pick and choose. If it gets down to the wire and we still have space left over, then we can collect the biomass. But all these tiny boxes are gonna make filling up the inventory pretty difficult, I think. Okay, I will say our little bot limping back is not helping our case here. Okay, I think our little mining turret has done enough. It's gonna be a while before we max out inventory purely on mineable resources. So let's just work on collecting all the biomass that we can, and then jettison what we have left over, which shouldn't be any, actually. We can collect all the biomass that we had. And there were the ones up top, but do we have time to worry about that? Maybe if we do it ourselves. Why can't the cranes pick me up? What if I want uppies? We're really cutting it close here, though. Oh, don't you dare get stuck now. Get down here. We can fit, like, maybe 2 more big chunks of biomass. You need to find the biggest ones. 54, 42, 78. That's a good one. No. 78. Come on. 78. 78. There you go. I feel like it's gonna buzz at me for the 2-minute warning as well. Or not. Okay. Now we just need one more. Ooh, 59. I think there was one that was close to that. 56, 42, 7, 73, 46. Hurry up, 53, 54. Oh, that's closest. 61? You know what? We'll take the 61 and then shed a couple pounds. Literally a couple pounds. Perfect, a completely full inventory. As soon as we get rid of a few pieces of biomass, perfect storage. Someone's gonna open up that box and be like, oh boy, I wonder what they left behind. And it's gonna be like 2 leaves. You go for a loot box, that might be what you get. But that was a pretty successful haul, all things considered. 1,000 pieces of biomass. Goodness. So we need 750 for that. We have 1,400 kilos of nickel. I had no idea. Move all of it. And the gypsum, and yeah, pretty much everything, honestly. Even though the iron doesn't really earn much, or the biomass, but we need to get rid of the inventory space. 450 credits for that? That means we should have enough. We have 1,000 credits. Now we have a 3rd hyper jump. Yes! That will allow us to go even further. And hopefully still return to the station. And that's another contract complete. Oh, one of them was building cranes. We almost did that already. But that's amazing. We can get even further out there. And we can buy another worker bot. I thought we were limited to the one thing because of the counter, but we can buy a 3rd one. And another one? Yeah, sure. I have no idea how many we can legally hold, but we have 4 of them now. And we can still fuel up our thing, although it did cost a bit more that time. But now we can jump all the way into empty space if we wanted to, and then reach the asteroids that are even further beyond our navigation range. But you know what? Let's do that really quick so we can fulfill that contract, because it's been hovering over my head for so long. So we can reach all the way out to 600 things away if we wanted to. And we should still be able to jump back to the station pretty reliably. So we only have 7 minutes here, but that's fine. I'm mostly just doing this for the contract, which it should be complete now. Or at least it will be once we stop. There we go, 100 more credits. That was so weak. But now a metallic asteroid contract complete. 550 KKMs for the next one. Crazy. Oh, and I guess we are limited to 4 pieces of equipment, so one of the worker bots that we bought got left behind. But I tell you what, I think that was a pretty successful day of mining. Let's just return to the station so we can top up on fuel. Now that we've done that, I don't even know what this is. But it doesn't matter how far away we are, thankfully. We can still return to the station. Maybe one day we'll be able to afford a trip to this beautiful planet that is home to us, even though we've never been there in our lives. Not sure how home works that way, but in the meantime, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video of Astronomics. What a fun little mining game, and if you guys want to see more, then be sure to let me know. Thank you for watching, and sub to Intern. And I would like to thank the channel members, including Bread, Corby Farm, Dakota, Donamoto, Deviant X, Ancient Elixir, Matthew, Haple Harold, Peggy Sue, Drupalong, Lily Bites, The Miner Within, DeGarity, Sans, V, Killer Squad, Mousy Mouse Nicholas, Igor Shradi, McKenna Chan, and Liam.